Okay, what picture should I send you?
Just whatever you're comfortable with.
Should I see it when it was like really, really bad? Oh, I'm nervous. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have a very, I was gonna say exciting video, but it's not very exciting. It's actually quite a deep video. So if you're looking for a fun, upbeat video, this probably isn't the one. I'm gonna be talking everything skin from my journey, start to finish. If you don't know already, if you've come from somewhere that isn't Instagram, because I post about it a lot on my Instagram. About a year and a half ago, I suffered with severe acne. I'm basically just going to take you on my journey with me of how it started, my process, the journey, how I got rid of it. I just want to say though, before I go ahead, I am not a dermatologist. I don't know about everything skin. I'm not skin queen. Like I don't know how to explain it. I just don't listen to me and think that this is going to work for you, because it might not. Every person's skin is different, completely different. Things that work for me might not work for you, or it might. And what you need to remember is that you might have had a different type of acne to me. I don't know, there might be certain things that your skin agrees with or disagrees with, and yeah, I'm just telling you of the products I use and the journey I had. Hopefully it might help some of you. I'm going to be telling you some tips and tricks. I'm going to basically tell you everything that so she's not called a dermatologist, she's actually called a skin anesthetist. In this video, just call her my skin lady. Her name is Amanda, and she was the lady who I went to see when my skin was at its worst, to try and help me figure out why it was happening, what it was, how I get rid of it, and what I need to do. So I'm going to call her my skin lady, because I can't pronounce the second word. I feel like I just rambled on a little bit there. Let's get into it. I'm ready. I'm going to get my makeup off and show you how I use my skincare and what I do. Okay, so I'm just going to start off by taking my makeup off and just tell you how it all began. I suffered with severe acne, and I'm going to pop up some photos here now so you can see how bad it was. So yeah, that was about a year and a half ago. How old would that have made me? So like 23. So it was adult acne, and I just was so confused as to why I had it, what was going on. And I had it for a while. It was about 6 months probably, and it was just getting progressively worse. Obviously it started off with a couple spots here and there, and then before I knew it, it was just I had spots everywhere, like cystic spots where I had lumps along my jawline. They were so painful. My face was just red all over. It used to make me really, really down. It did. I used to put loads of makeup on to try and cover it. Luckily, lockdown had hit, and anywhere I went out, you had to wear a mask. So I just used to cover myself with a mask, because it was only here that I had really bad. So when the mask came in, I mean, they probably made it worse, but when they came in, I was really happy because I could go outside and hide my face. It got to a point where it just wasn't getting any better. I tried so many different products. I can't even tell you all the things I was Googling, like the things that I tried wasn't going down. Some products made it worse. Just as a little note as well, I'm going to be doing a part 1 and part 2. So part 1 is just about my products and my journey. But part 2 is going to be all the questions you guys have asked me on my Instagram. So I had a poll up and people was asking me loads of stuff. I'm going to answer them in another video, otherwise this video will be very long. So I had loads of products that made it worse as well, and I kind of just got fed up with it then, because lockdown was slightly lifting a little bit and we could go out, and it was summer, and I was really self-conscious, and I thought I need to do something about it. Like, I got to that point and it just I was so upset with my face and so self-conscious that I needed to do something about it. I needed professional help because what I was trying to find and using wasn't helping. So that's when I had a call with Amanda from Skin Revolution. Call her my skin mum. We had a call together and she told, we went through everything, like my diet and what products I'm using at the moment, any medication that I was on, like everything sort of. So like a healthcare sheet that I had to fill out, and from that then she was able to, then we would have an in-depth chat and she was able to figure out what it was that was wrong, potentially that I was doing wrong that was making my skin worse, or you know, what brought on my acne. It ended up being the fact that I had put the implant in my arm. I also want to say another disclaimer. I'm not telling people you shouldn't have the implant in your arm. Because I know a lot of my friends who have it and it works perfectly. They've had no side effects. Like, that's the annoying thing with skincare, with what's it called? Birth control. Everyone reacts different to different things. So I had the implant in my arm, and Amanda said, right, yeah, you need to get that out. Like straight away. It's not reacting to your body very well. We also discovered that I was a serious picker of my skin, and that possibly could be one of the worst things that you could do when you have acne is pick your skin and squeeze your spots, because when you squeeze a spot, I used to squeeze with my fingers. My fingers could have been dirty. I could have touched something. I could have picked something from the ground. Who knows? Like all the dirt you have on your fingers, I used to squeeze my fingers, you know, go like that, wipe it away, and then squeeze another one. It's obviously so stupid, but little things like that. I've never had that bad acne before, like I don't know. So then when you have that and you're squeezing the pus and you've got it on your finger, you're then spreading it. I was spreading it to the rest of my face, and I used to squeeze spots that weren't ready to be squeezed. So when they didn't have a head, I would just pick and pick and pick, and it would just create this massive lump on my face. I was a big, huge reason as to probably why it got progressively worse. From then onwards, obviously, I did my best to stop. Amanda did say it was kind of a, you know, in your head thing. Like, it's like a habit. Like, I had this habit of squeezing. Sometimes I would squeeze spots without even realising I was squeezing them. I'd be watching the telly and I'd be picking my face, and without even realising. I had to teach myself to stop. Like, my friends, my family, if they saw me picking, I said, please shout at me, tell me to stop. And they were really, really good in that sense. They would help me and be like, stop picking. When they used to say that, I used to feel really guilty and really bad. And sometimes I used to go off and hide to squeeze a spot, because I knew if I did it in front of them, they would shout at me. Like, the fact that I'm hiding to squeeze my spots, it's not good. I shouldn't be doing it. Finally got my head around not doing it. So that 100% helps. That is then what led on to now my skincare that I was on during the process of me with when it was really bad. I was put on Environ. Also, this video is not an ad. I have not been sponsored by Environ or Skin Better or Simple, and I'm not being sponsored by my Skin Revolution or anything. So this is all like real products that I've used, and this is all true information. I'd never had a skincare routine, not a proper one. So this was like really intense for me. I have to do it every morning, every night. I'm a very forgetful person and probably a little bit lazy, so that's not great. I had to get my bum in gear and get to it, because if I actually wanted to make a difference, I needed to start making the effort to make the difference. I had a morning and a night routine. So my morning routine was the cleansing lotion by Environ. All this stuff is very good for your skin. It's not harsh. It's not aggressive on your skin, which was the most important thing that Amanda said. You should never be using anything that stings your face. It should all be very kind to your skin. So this all was very nice to put on, didn't hurt. I always cleanse my face. It's the first process that I would do. And then I had the moisturising toner. So sometimes toners can burn your face. Again, that is not good if you have active acne. So this was a moisturising one, so it was very soothing. It was really nice. So I put that on with a cotton pad, and I usually like these big ones here, and I'd squirt it all on there, put my cleanser on, wash my face with the cleanser, and then use the toner. And then I would use, so I don't actually have it here with me now because I'm not on it anymore, but I will put a picture up of the other products that I use. I use 2 different types of oil. Basically, well, a lot of people think that when you have acne or spots, that the best thing to do is dry it out, when actually, in fact, you drying out your skin puts your skin in panic mode, and it thinks it's like, you know, suffocating, like it's not got all of the like natural oils and stuff that should be in your face, so it starts to overproduce to make that, which then leads to a really oily face. So you're actually making it worse. So what you actually have to do is provide your face with the oils that it needs, and it's actually less oilier. So it seems bizarre to be putting oil on your face if you've got oily skin, but that is what your skin needs, so it doesn't produce as much. This is what my skin lady has told me. All of this information has come from like a professional, so that's why I'm telling you that. It's a combination of oils. I'd put 2 drops in my hand, rub it together and put it on my face, and then I would always finish off with the Helio Care, what's it called? Sunscreen. Obviously this is good to protect yourself from the sun anyway. Biggest tip that my skin lady always told me is everybody should wear SPF 50 every single day, no matter what. Even if you have acne or not, doesn't matter. It's so good for your skin. You know, it protects you from the sun. Everyone's in the sun every day, and it also prevents wrinkles, so that's another great thing. Yes, this is the Helio Care. I would always finish off my routine with that. So that was my old routine. I started to see a significant difference after using these products. I'm going to go and wash my face with a cleanser quickly, and I'm going to use my routine as I'm talking through the next parts. Be right back. I'm back. Face is cleansed. One of the important things my skin lady told me was that some of these products, well, majority of skincare products, to see the true effects of them, it can take up to 4 to 6 months to see a change. I really had to persevere because I was using the products, and you know, you want an instant change. Like, it wasn't for 2 months, and I was like, oh, it's not working, what do I do? Like, she was like, you need to just keep going, like stick with it. And after about 6 months, it was actually 6 months, I started to see a difference in my skin. I used to make a skin diary, and I had about 5 to 7 new spots every day. So if you think, I used to wake up in the morning and count how many new spots I had, and that would be the amount. So that was significantly reducing, and it was going down to about 2 or 3 new spots a day. So then I was like, okay, even though there's loads of spots on my face, I'm counting how many new ones I'm getting, and it's reducing, so it is making a difference. But the main thing as well was, I don't have them with me, unfortunately, so I will put up a picture of them. These are the skin tablets I was on. A lot of people recommend to go on Roaccutane. I was a little bit scared of going on that because of the side effects. It is like something you really need to commit to, because I think your skin really dries out. Like I remember someone saying, like, your whole face is just like dry, like flaky, and you can't go in the sun. There's loads of things. There was a lot of things you had to commit to if you went on it, and the side effects that you could possibly have. I just didn't. I didn't feel comfortable doing it, but I know I've a few friends who have been on it, and it's literally been a game changer. So again, not telling you shouldn't do it. So instead, my skin lady, she put me on these tablets called Acumax. Basically what the trick is, people think that getting rid of spots, you have to target, you know, your skin, like the surface of the skin. But spots actually come from within, so you need to cleanse your body from the inside out, which is why a lot of people say diet, because you could get you know, people who eat dairy. I think a certain part of your face you get spots from. So it all comes from within. So that is what we needed to target first. So the implant in my arm, that was obviously in my body, and that is what was the initial thing that brought on my acne. We needed to get that out. I was on the waiting list with NHS. They said it could be about like 8 weeks. It could be ages. So my skin lady said, right, okay, let's get you on these tablets. And what it does is it kind of puts a barrier, a block from the bad stuff that is coming from my implant and not reaching to my skin. So it acts as a barrier. What it was doing was cleaning my skin from the inside out so that I wasn't getting any more spots. So I was on the tablets, I was taking my skincare, doing my skincare twice a day, waiting for this to be taken out. It got to about 11 weeks. I still hadn't had a call from the NHS saying to come get it done. I did actually go to my GP and try and get it out. They didn't succeed. It was like 20 minutes. There's like, we only can try for 20 minutes because that's when the local anaesthetic wears off, can't carry on. They said it was a deep implant, so I'd need to go to a deep implant specialist. And I was like, oh my God, it's just getting worse. Like, I want it out of me. Like, I knew that what it was doing to my body, so I wanted to get it out and I couldn't. Then I was applying for Love Island. A few months had gone by. I didn't know whether I was going on it. It was very early stages. We then had to go for a doctor's medical, and they said to me, oh, you know, what medication, like what birth control are you on? So I told him, and I actually said, well, you know, I'm actually waiting for it to come out because it's given me bad skin, blah blah blah. And he said, oh, we can do it here for you, because it was a private doctor's, and he said, we'll give you a discount, which was really nice because they work for Love Island for the show, so he did it for a discount for me. They got it out. So I was so happy about that. It's typical, right? So I went up to London to get out the implant. Successfully did it within like 2 minutes. I'm on my way back home and I get this unknown number call me. Answer it. Oh yeah, it's the NHS about your appointment for getting your implant out. It's typical, isn't it? So I just went private and paid, but it was done then. I was happy, you know, it was out, which was the main thing, right? So now the implant's out, I'm still taking my tablets. I took them 4 times a day. I could then start seeing a massive improvement. I think like 8 months in, 8-9 months. I was just so pleased. Obviously it was still bad, but then the next thing that I was left with was all the scarring. Deep scars, marks. My marks were like purple. They were literally red and purple marks all over my face. I'm going to post a picture of the marks that were left after my acne had cleared up. So it actually looked like I still had acne, but I actually didn't have that many spots. I didn't have any, like really anything. It was just the marks that was left. Once the acne's gone, that was then I proceeded on to my treatment of microneedling. You can't have microneedling when you have active acne, because the needles will go into the spots, you know, get all the bad bacteria out and then put it back into your skin. It will just give you loads of spots. You can do it if you have the one odd spot, which is what I did have, and you basically miss, like when she microneedled my face, we missed the spot. Don't go over the spot. Now, microneedling, it's the only thing I tried to, like we tried to get rid of the scarring. I haven't tried anything else. I've had loads of questions about what else you can use to get rid of scarring. I don't know, because my skin lady, she recommended that and it was working, so why did I need to do anything different? She says that you'll see a noticeable difference in the scarring in about 4 sessions. So you have to wait 4 weeks between each session of microneedling. That's another 4 months until you see a difference in the scarring. Let me just tell you now that getting rid of acne is not a short process. It's a very long process, and overall, when I look back, the whole thing took me over a year to get rid of. So you need to trust the process, just carry on, keep going with it. 4 sessions I had, and it was a noticeable difference, and then I was going on Love Island, so that was one thing I was very self-conscious about. I thought, are people gonna notice that I've got deep scars or marks, and what if my acne comes back when I was on Love Island? Like, I was really worried about it. Luckily, when I went and met the execs and stuff, my acne, well, yeah, my acne was like really good and makeup was really covering my scars. Like acne had gone, all I had was the scars, so the makeup covered it, so they didn't notice. I'm not sure whether I don't know. I always think if I had those really bad scars, I probably wouldn't have gone on the show. So that's one thing I was really worried about, because I obviously wanted to go on Love Island. Like, what an amazing experience. They didn't notice it. I got on the show, but I still had scars. And I remember I was getting the flight to Mallorca for the quarantine, and I remember breaking out and thinking, oh my god, no, like, please don't do this to me. I was using the same tablets, skincare, using the same stuff, and I broke out. But I think maybe I was just probably a bit stressed, because then when I went away, they completely cleared up, so I was really happy. I had no spots. Well, actually, I don't know if you remember, but when I walked in, my first walk-in, I hadn't had a spot. I was quarantining for 3.5 weeks. I didn't have a spot for 3.5 weeks. The day before I'm about to walk in, I think I got a massive spot on my forehead. I was like, I don't even care. I don't even care when I get like one spot now, because I'm like, at least it wasn't as bad as what it is. 1 or 2 spots, I'm like, whatever, I'll deal with it, it's fine. So yeah, went on Love Island. Obviously in the sun, I was drinking loads of water, I was eating so much healthier than what I used to eat. Diet definitely does play into it, and I think I only probably got a couple of spots on Love Island, and then come back home. I was obviously out there for like 3 months. Come back home and see my skin lady again, and we changed up my skincare, because my skin had got so much better. I didn't have acne anymore. The scars had reduced massively, so we went straight back to getting on microneedling. Then we slightly changed my skincare routine. I'm going to tell you that, then the next video will be all the questions, tips and tricks, like there's so much I can tell you that I feel like I've missed out, but I'll carry on in the next video. So my skin routine now, I'm using the same cleanser, I've left it in the bathroom, the same cleanser and the same toner, because sometimes when something works well, you don't need to change it. But now I use a lot less actually. So now I don't use the oils anymore. I use this moisturiser, number 3, the AVST moisturiser 3. It's so nice on my skin. It makes my skin feel so lovely and soft. And then obviously my SPF. So that's my morning routine. And then nighttime routine. So I do actually use, I know some people use makeup wipes. I always use simple makeup wipes. Please do not just use that though. You can't. I only use these makeup wipes just to get off the majority of my makeup, because sometimes when I feel like I use my cleanser and I have a full face of makeup on, I'm cleansing for about 10 minutes to try and get it all off. So I use the simple cleansing wipes just to get off, you know, the first layer, and then I cleanse. Please do not just use makeup wipes, anyone, even if you have acne or not. That's so bad for you. The amount of makeup that still comes off when I do all of these steps, like from the makeup wipe, is ridiculous. You just think that you've got all your makeup off. You haven't. You will sleep in your makeup, and that's bad for you. Anyway, so I get my makeup off with the wipes, then I use the cleanser, then I use my toner, then my moisturiser. Then nighttime routine is slightly different. Get my makeup off with the makeup wipes, cleanse, tone. That's the same. I now switch between, this is a new product I've been using. I've actually been using it for about 6 months now. So this is where I said I've started to see a difference. The brand is called Skin Better, and I switch between these two. This is the Alpha Ret Clearing Serum. I use this 4 times a week, and these 3 times a week, sometimes 2 times a week. These I don't use as much. This is for normal to oily skin. It even says on it PM, so you should use over night time. My skin lady said don't use it during the day. You obviously sleep in this. And these products are basically for like improving skin texture. So these are the exfoliating peel pads. They come in little pods like this, like that. I'm not going to open it now because it's not night time yet, but it's just literally a little pad like that, but smaller. And it's got all of this, like the products on it. Wipe that all over face and neck. My skin lady said this is good for like if you've got a photo shoot the next day, or you're going out with girls and you want your skin texture to be just really smooth. It makes my makeup go on absolutely lovely. So I love this. This is more of an everyday thing, just again for texture. improving my texture, because obviously I've got lumps, like lumps and bumps and dips where like from the scarring. So that's the next thing we need to do, is improve my skin texture. My skin lady told me all of the benefits of these products, so I might just read them out to you. Sorry guys, my camera died, so if the picture's a little bit different, then that's why. We just change cameras. This clearing serum, this is uniquely formulated to help treat breakout prone skin. So because I have breakout prone skin, that's obviously why I'm using that. It contains a combination of lactic and salicylic acid as well as retinoid, yeah, like I said. So this is just for night time. And then the pads, they have a triple acid formulation to give additional exfoliation. They have won awards 3 years running. The pads will make a notable difference to your skin texture really quickly, and they're perfect prep for a big makeup day, photo shoot, whatever, like I was saying. That's what I'm on now, and I absolutely love those two products. That is basically everything about what I use, how my journey started, the middle and the end. I've had loads and loads of questions from you guys on my Instagram, some really good questions that I haven't spoke about in this video. So if you're interested in seeing part 2, keep your eyes peeled. I won't be posting it too far after part 1, because I know you guys want to find out about this. This video would have been way too long if I included it all. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope maybe some of the tips or something that I said helped you guys. Again, everybody's skin is different, so this may not work for you, but I would recommend, if you are really struggling with acne, then, and you're not figuring it out and you can't find what's best for you, then do go and seek a professional. They know everything about skin. They'll be able to digest it all and figure out why it is you've got what you've got, and help you. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. Mwah.